We debrief every game in different ways. Depends on what we think's necessary at the time. So, yeah, we've certainly looked back at the game as a staff. We've spoken to the players collectively, certain individuals within it. But that's not just the first time this season. It's a regular thing.
Is it a case of don't panic, keep doing what you're doing, have faith in that, and it'll come?
Look, I think the first thing is we realise we're not in our best form or the best moments. I think that's the first thing you've got to do. But it's very important that we don't listen to the outside noise, because there's obviously a lot of emotions on the outside. There's people who are paid to give an opinion on the team and how we're playing. We respect that and understand it, but for us it's important to stick together on the inside, keep doing what we do, keep believing in how we play, and we'll play through this period and get back to our best quicker than people believe, and we're confident we can continue to progress.
So how do you find that spark when it might be missing?
Well, look, as a staff, we continue to keep giving the players the necessary support they need collectively, and if there's individuals that are maybe a little bit off it, we continue to give them the support. But the reality is, it's down to the players once the game starts to all stick together and keep pushing and keep doing what they do, and eventually you play through these moments. That's my experience.
Do you think there's been too much made of this apparent different form?
On the outside, yes, but certainly not on the inside. We've had a fantastic season. We're very happy with the majority of it. Of course, we've had a few results in the last couple of weeks that haven't helped us. We're very aware of that. But, you know, in the next 10 days, they can be very positive. If we play well, we can get 3 important points against Hibs. We can go into the quarter-final of cup competition, and then we're ready to play in the last 32 of Europe. That for me is a very, very positive place to be. So, you know, it's about respecting the noise from the outside, because some of it's quite constructive, but a lot of it is unnecessary in my opinion.
Is it simple then for you to say to these players, go and prove those guys wrong, if that's the case, and you go show them why you are challenging, you are in Europe, and you did make it to the final of the cup, etc.?
I think this fella next to me is saying that to me. He's been around as long as me. He knows exactly what it needs. You know, he's a leader in the team. I think as a manager, when you get a result or a couple of results over a short period of time that are not helpful, you know, you look to people like Stephen and your Alan McGregors and your experienced players in the team to rally the troops and reset and go again. We're ready for Hibs. We're aware of their challenge. They're a good team, but they're a team that within the last 4 or 5 weeks we beat quite comfortable by doing really well, both in and out of possession. So the players know what it takes, and I wouldn't be surprised if we bounce back quicker than what people think.
Who's your squad looking for that game, James?
A lot better. So obviously James has been a miss, but he's available, and he's a lot more ready than he was at the weekend. Alfredo's obviously 90 minutes in now, so he's still available. Greg Stewart's back now. Greg had a small chance at the weekend, but he would have been a risk with us only having 1-9 available, so we decided to wait till Hibs. So the squad's in much better shape than it has been over the last few weeks.
Right, Jack,
No.
Not for this game. Have you got a time scale?
He won't be long, but he's got no chance for Wednesday's game. No, it's going to be a slow one. Hopefully, if everything goes well, you'd be probably looking at about 4 or 5 weeks, but it could be longer than that.
Stephen, given the points gap between Rangers and Celtic at the moment, is there more pressure on Rangers to catch up Celtic or Celtic to hold Rangers off?
I think there's probably pressure on both teams. That's the way it always is. But I'm not sure they'll be too concerned about us, and they'll be focusing on what they do, and that's the same in here. We continue to try and get back to our best and our best form. We believe if we do, we'll keep pushing all the way.
Phil Canberry's comments from his side caused a bit of a stir with Hibs fans. If he was contracted to your club and had gone out on loan, would those comments disappoint you?
Well, look, I can't control what players say, what come out of the mouth. I can only advise them. And the advice I always give every single player is to be respectful all the time, on and off the pitch. But Flo spoke from the heart. He has to say that. I think they're questions that you should put in his direction if you get the chance to interview him. But the advice I always give every single player, whether they're experienced or younger lads, is always try and be as respectful as you can.
Just ask Stephen, instead of the game, was Look able to play against Hibs and is Craig Doherty able to play against Rangers, or is it?
Are they allowed, did you say?
In terms of the loan agreement, is there that?
No, they can't play against the parent club.
Stephen, is it fair to say that performances against Hibs, when you thumped them first time around, are very convincing when at Easter Road, are they sort of benchmark performances you're looking to get back to?
Yes. I think we've, in the main, been very consistent this year. I think up until probably Hearts, extremely happy with the form and the hunger in the team, the ambition and the consistency that they were showing. Hearts is the performance that very disappointed them because I didn't recognise the team, and if you compare it to a lot of performances over the season. But that is the level we need to try and get back to, our European standard. Celtic Park winning away, Easter Road, Motherwell, we went on a run, real tough block of fixtures away from home. And we performed ever so well, so the players know where we need to get to. I don't think there's too much wrong at the moment. I think there was certainly improvements against Aberdeen, but if we can just get our spark back in the final third, I think there is a performance brewing from us. I'm confident of that.
Stephen, there was a survey out today regarding VAR in England and how happy and unhappy fans are with it. I think 67% feel that it's not working as well as it should. I know you've talked about before if it was introduced in Scotland. Do we have to look at things like that and take views of fans into consideration before we introduce it here, if we do?
Yeah, I think you always have to listen to the supporters, and I've been someone who thinks that VAR should be introduced, but I do actually think the version of VAR that is used down in England in the Premier League at the moment needs to be tweaked and improved, so that it satisfies more supporters out there. I think you can introduce something and it can be too fussy and involve too many incidences across the game, which takes a lot away from the supporters who sit in pubs and or pay good money to be on the stands and are entitled to their opinion. So we've certainly got to listen, but VAR's getting too much right to ignore as well. It's getting too many big decisions right. I think we just all need to work together to try and make it the best possible version for all the leagues around the world.
Can you understand the percentage of people that are maybe annoyed with it?
Yeah, because at times I'm watching games and I'm getting annoyed as well. The delays and people are going to VAR every couple of minutes. I don't think it should be introduced for that. I think it just should be for certain decisions and big game-changing decisions. All this stuff about if it hits someone's hand in the box, it's a definite penalty, and I disagree with all that type of stuff. I think they're trying to change the game too much, and I'm worried that it'll go away from the game that we all love.
Stephen, some comments from Alfredo Morelos over the weekend where he talked about...
More comments?
He's talked about the racism he's encountered here. I mean, how much support are you having to show him at the moment just to ensure that his head's in the right place?
Well, we always support all the players on and off the pitch. Certainly if they feel as if they're suffering from abuse from the stands, we always are there 100% for our players, and we're always there to support other players that maybe are on the end of it in our stadium as well. It seems as if racism is still a problem, certainly in this country, and I've been one who's been very vocal in terms of we all have to continue to keep doing what we need to do to eradicate it, because it's bang out of order, and that's just not me supporting my own players, that's across the board. It's very disappointing that we're still talking about situations like this in this day and age. I think it's embarrassing, really.
In fact, Alfredo's case, is there a worry that you feel that he might just decide this, what he's going to get on with, is not worth it, and it will drive him out?
I hope not, because again, we love working with Alfredo. I think he's a fantastic player. I know I'm always going to be biased towards him, but I certainly think he brings something to this league. I think he makes the league a lot more exciting. So I hope not, and as I say, we'll continue to give him the support that he needs. I know he feels strong about these issues. I listened to the interview, but my advice to Alfredo is to continue to be strong. We're here for him if he needs that support, and to continue to do what he does best, which is scoring goals and making our supporters happy.
See, with the Hamilton game and a couple on Sunday, just how much...
Let's deal with Hibs first. Let's deal with Hibs. If you want to talk to me about Hamilton, I'll be here on Thursday or Friday. Thank you.
Steve, for you, as a player, disappointing as the results been in terms of the game against Aberdeen and Arsenal especially?
Yeah, of course, there's no getting away from it. It's been disappointing for us, and I think, as the manager said there, the most important thing for us is to focus on trying to get our performances back to a level we know we're capable of, and I think if we do that, then we'll obviously put together another good run of results. But for whatever reason, there's obviously been a little bit of a spark missing, but that can turn very quickly, and we just have to keep working hard and realise what makes us a good team and continue to do those things.
Stephen alluded to one of the most senior members of the squad. You've been here before, you know what it takes. Do you feel that bit more responsibility for you to rally the troops and sort of get them going again as well?
Yeah, listen, there's a huge desire from all the players and all the staff to have success this season, so I don't think it's a question of anything to do with that there. It's as I say, we've had a little bit of dip in form. Maybe when we haven't been at our best, we've dropped points, and we need to find a way to win games when we're also not playing at our best. But as I said, the main focus is on us. For us, is trying to get our performance levels back to where they should be at.
In a practical sense, do you and the boys, the senior boys, do you get the guys together away from the management team? Do you have a talk, and how do you sort of try and G the guys up?
We had a little chat through the week there together, just as players, and just went over a few things we think we can obviously do better, and things we need to focus on. So,
I mean, manager said there's no panic stations. Is it important to stay relaxed and just not allow the situation to get blown up bigger than it is? Yeah,
of course. Listen, I've been here before. I know how things are portrayed after every result, win or lose, and the scrutiny the team's under. But as I say, we have to focus. It's a long season. There's still a lot of football to be played as well, and we just have to make sure we concentrate on ourselves and make sure we go out and do our jobs.
What have you made of Hibs this season?
Yeah, they're a good side, a team that can cause you problems as well, and we've got quality, so I'm sure it'll be a good game.